This is the Africa I know, the Africa you must know, and the Africa you must be proud of. The continent of Africa is so vital to the world, yet it is perceived by the media as the dark continent. But out of darkness comes light, and that light shines to the whole world now. I would like to share with you some of the important roles Africa plays in shaping events and history of the world today. So let us get started here. Where were the 10 Commandments given to Moses? The 10 Commandments in the Bible were given to Moses on Mount Sinai in Egypt in Africa. Every Christian ought to know this. It does not matter how many Western movies are acted on the 10 Commandments. It still came out of Africa. Moses was born in Africa, and his forefathers, Jacob and his brothers, lived and died in Africa. Africans must know their value to the world. Who carried the cross of Jesus to Golgotha? The cross was laid on the back of an African from Libya, called Simon the Cyrene. Cyrene was part of the Greek Empire that controlled Libya. It is one of the oldest cities still existing, and is now called Shahat. It is now listed among UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Where is the oldest university in the world? The oldest university in the world is in Africa. It is the University of Al-Khoroui in Fez, Morocco. It was founded as a mosque by Fatima al-Fihri in 859, and is one of the leading educational institutions in the Muslim world. It was incorporated into the Morocco university system in 1963. What is really unique about Liberia? Liberia is the oldest republic in Africa. It has never been subjected to colonial rule. It was founded by the American Colonization Society in 1821 for free African Americans to migrate to. Today, Liberia is the second largest ship registry in the world with a total number of 3,726 vessels, and just behind Panama the biggest registrar. Many ships are registered in foreign countries to avoid their own country's stiff regulation laws. This form of registry is called flag of convenience. Liberia opens its registry to any ship less than 20 years old with high safety standard. They have the youngest vessels of an average age of 12 in the world. Liberian registered vessels carry more than a third of imported oil to the USA. Liberia is a tiny country in West Africa, but plays an important role in the world. Does technology advancement look up to Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda? Of course yes, it does. Despite all the conflict in that region, Congo has some of the greatest minerals to be found in the world, such as diamond, copper, gold, tin, tungsten, and cobalt. One of the very important minerals is tantalum. It is a hard, blue-gray corrosion-resistant metal component, used as capacitors in everything from computers to mobile phones. Rwanda and Democratic Republic of Congo account for 60% of the global production. The potential for Africa to explode into the industrial limelight is available now. All Africa needs is a strong united continental trade agreement that promotes the resources not as raw materials, but with added value. What is peculiar about Mount Kilimanjaro? Kilimanjaro is one of the largest volcanoes in the world. It rises 5,895 meters at its peak. One reason why this mountain attracts many tourists is that it has 5 main vegetation zones. You will have to go through a cultivated land, rainforest, heath, moorland, alpine desert, to get to an Arctic summit. This is the only place you start from the equator forest and end up in Antarctica without sailing on a ship. Why is Lake Malawi so special to the world? Lake Malawi is in Malawi, a landlocked southeastern country bordered by Tanzania, Zambia, and Mozambique. Lake Malawi has the most distinct fish species than anywhere in the world. It has more than 1,000 fish species, and scientists believe it could have more than 2,000. The diversity in the lake is highly considered as a global biodiversity treasure in the world. This is a great asset for Africa. However, an estimate of 9% of the 458 fish species assessed in the lake are at a high risk of extinction because of excessive fishing. Where do people overcome grief with fantasy coffins? The loss of a loved one is nothing pleasant. However, some coffin makers in Ghana, Africa, have found a way of reducing the pain, by designing coffins to suit a character trait, a symbol of a person's position in the community, an occupation, or what they desire to achieve in the afterlife. They are sometimes called custom, or proverbial coffins. They come in all kinds of shapes like fish, boat, bottle, and car. Hundreds of these coffins are now housed in National Museum of Funeral History. These coffins attracted many dignitaries like Bill Clinton and Jimmy Carter, former President of the United States, who reportedly purchased a fantasy coffin. Where else can you find the biggest, tallest, and fastest animal in the world? The African elephant is the biggest animal on Earth planet. The giraffe stands as the tallest animal in the world, and no other animal can run faster than the cheetah in the world. Beside all these, there are numerous animals on the continent that cannot be found anywhere else, such as the mandrill, except in the deep tropical rainforest of southern Cameroon, Equatorial Guinea, Congo, and Gabon. Wild bonobo monkeys cannot be found anywhere in the world except in the forests south of the Congo River. The history of this world can never be complete without Africa's role. If there is no Africa, there is no renowned wildlife safari. The continent of Africa is the only place on Earth that supports the largest wildlife safari. The African safari is one of the most desired tours in the world. No other wildlife safari tours can match it. It is worth making this trip once in a lifetime, to see natural reality of the animal kingdom. It is the best wildlife safari in the world. In all, Africa has a very strong role in this world that cannot be downplayed or disputed. It is believed that the human race originated from here. The continent is the last frontier and must be well guarded. It is fresh, fruitful, resourceful, lovely, and cannot be given away. Africa is a history that makes the world wonder.